Chapter 15, Informative Speaking, for use with the public speaking projects, Public Speaking, the Virtual Text. Please note that this PowerPoint will not cover all of the material found in Chapter 15, and there may be one or two items covered in this PowerPoint that might not necessarily be found in the chapter. When you're delivering an informative presentation, you're really helping the audience to learn more about their topic. You're helping to educate the audience. You're not trying to convince or persuade the audience to act or think in a certain way. You're really just trying to help them learn more about the material in your presentation. As individuals learn more about the topic that you're speaking about, they can start to shape and develop perceptions about that content as they learn more about it. When you deliver an informative speech, you want to deliver your information objectively. In other words, you're trying to educate your audience on your topic of your presentation without bias or without prejudice. You're not trying to convince the audience to act or think in a certain way. That's reserved for persuasive speaking. You also want to be credible. You want to come across to your audience as being well prepared and qualified to give a presentation on the topic that you're speaking about. You also want to be knowledgeable enough to be able to speak competently about all of the information that you include in your speech. And you also want to keep your topic relevant to the audience. So this can be done by choosing a topic that you know the audience already has an interest in, or this can be done by you making a connection to the audience with the topic, explaining to the audience how this topic is important or relevant to them. Let's look at different types of informative speeches. When you give a definitional speech, you are trying to provide the audience with the meaning of concepts, theories, philosophies, or issues that the audience might be unfamiliar with. When you deliver a descriptive speech, you are trying to provide a detailed picture of a person, animal, place, or object. When you deliver an explanatory speech, you are attempting to explain how or why something occurred. When you deliver a demonstration speech or a procedural speech, you are explaining a process of something to your audience. This is also sometimes referred to as a how-to speech. In this type of speech, you're explaining the different steps involved in a process. As you develop your speech, you want to make sure that you try and put in information that will try to catch and hold the interest of your audience. Be sure not to present more information than can comfortably be covered within the time limit of your presentation. Sometimes speakers who know an awful lot about a topic try to put more information into a speech than can comfortably be covered within the time window. Use logical organization so that it's easy for your audience to follow your speech from one point to the next. And of course, try to make your speech memorable. In other words, try to make it easy for the audience to remember the material, or at least the most important material in your presentation. One way that you can do this is by incorporating the repetition of some of the most important items in your speech. For more information on material related to this chapter, please visit the Public Speaking Project's tutorial on informative speaking at www.publicspeakingproject.org/videomodules.html. The Public Speaking Project's textbook, Public Speaking, the Virtual Text, can be found at www.publicspeakingproject.org.